Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for One Piece, chapter 1104. Feels like it's been forever since last One Piece chapter. I think it was literally like this morning or yesterday morning that I woke up, I went to the bathroom, and I actually thought about it. I was like, it feels like it's been forever since last One Piece chapter. And it still wasn't up at that point. Right now it's Thursday night for me, like 10 p.m. It came out earlier today for me, but I forgot until now. But yeah, it feels like it's been so long because last time it was like I put the video out for patrons and members and it was out for pretty much 2 weeks before the official translation, and I made it public, and it feels like it's been forever even since then. But maybe it's just that makes it feel like it's been longer. It feels like it's been forever. um, yeah, either way, since then, since all of that, I did a One Piece unboxing video for some One Piece figures if any of you are interested. And like I just mentioned, if you want to become a patron or channel member, I post these for patrons and channel members whenever the scans come out. I put the video up based on the scans, and then when the official translation comes out, I will post it publicly for everybody, because I used to read the official translation and I'd get annoyed when people spoiled me and stuff. So even though I didn't want to read that anymore, I wanted to read the scans because I kind of started to think that they were the better translation. Uh, even though I'm doing that, I still didn't want to put it out before the official release. I didn't want to spoil people. So yeah, that's kind of the reason I'm doing it. And I give it to patrons and channel members because A, I'm reading it anyway, and B, I always thought to myself, I was like, I really appreciate the patrons and channel members so much. Like, they do so much to support the channel. And then I always feel like I don't want to put anything behind a paywall, so I don't want to like do like exclusive series or stuff. That I want people to be able to see everything that I make and not have to pay for anything. But then I'm also like feeling guilty. I'm feeling bad. I'm like, patrons and channel members are so supportive and I'm not really giving them anything. So it's like I can let them have One Piece early when I do the scans, and that's at least it's something. But yeah, either way, I guess that's sort of my logic, my mindset there. But I'm excited for this week. As usual, also, we got bingo, and I will leave a link to generate your own bingo card. I just updated, like always right before reading, I go in and update the bingo card generator for the next week. So I just updated it. There'll be a link in the description and the comments and stuff to make your own bingo card if you also want to play while we're going through it. But let's check out what I got on my card this week. This week it gave me Vivi Wappler Morgan's name character death. And I always, like, there are a few things that I always try to leave in there because I feel like they will always be sort of important things to the series. Things like named character death or flashback or like named attack, stuff like that just makes sense to keep in just pretty much permanently. And other than that, I try to like take out anything that doesn't really apply anymore and try to add things that are kind of related to what's going on as of last chapter. But I got Vivi Wappler Morgan's named character death. Kuma doesn't die, so if Kuma makes it another chapter. Named Devil Fruit, flashback, Zoan transformation, new name Devil Fruit, I should say. Where's Caribou? Food, Carrot and/or Zunisha, Devil Fruit Awakening, Vice Admiral, and I don't know whether I should count Devil Fruit Awakening as whatever's going on with Saturn because of the swirly marks or not. I feel like that is Devil Fruit Awakening, but I'm not 100%. Vegapunk, Free Space, we can click that. Nika mentioned, Pacifista, revolutionaries other than Kuma, so if we get to see like Dragon or Sabo or somebody. Bounty reveal, Luffy full heal. Like if Luffy, we saw him get some food, if he's just full healed back up like what happened in Wano. Bonnie's true form, if we get to see her like real, like I don't know how old she's supposed to be, 12 I think? Her like actual base form. Any Straw Hat member, Gorosei, Admiral, a named attack, or a Seraphim. So either way, that's what I got this week. Let's finally get into reading. And I like doing the bingo because it adds a fun twist to doing One Piece reactions. So many people are reacting to One Piece. It's an extra little fun thing for me to do. And in addition to that, you're not allowed to show it on screen. And Shueisha's pretty serious about that, so it gives me something to have on screen. But either way, we have chapter 1104, Thank you, Daddy. And I see Sanji up here, so I'm assuming still no new cover story. It's been so long since the last one. Cover request by Toshikazu. Sanji serves dessert to a mouse couple that just got engaged. Very cute. Also, it's so funny. I was just thinking, you know how everybody always jokes that like all of the female character faces are the same in One Piece? Well, I was like, this mouse looks like Yamato slash Nami, and yeah, even the female mice face, it just has generic One Piece girl face. Um, so then we start off. We have Kuma going in for the punch, and a flashback with Saturn. A punch full of feelings. You're the Buccaneer brat. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated for someone of your ilk. Mommy's passed away. She's in a better place now. I'm just so happy. Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door, and we go through all of these flashbacks. Alright, and before I move to the next page, we got some things we can fill in. We do have a flashback already. We do have, well, we had food. Sanji was serving food, right? And we've got a Straw Hat member because Sanji was on the cover thing. In addition to that, we don't have Vegapunk yet. But hold on, we see transformed, let me go back up. We see transformed Saturn, so that's Zoan transformation and Gorosei. So we're filling things in quite a lot from the very beginning. I guess I won't say Bonnie's full true form yet. I won't say that yet, but it is kind of, I just feel like it's a little bit cheating to use the baby here. We see her crying. Actually, she might be in true form just crying here. So actually I might need to hit it anyway. Vegapunk, what's the meaning of this? How can Kuma still be alive? I made use of our contingency plan a few days after the Revolutionary Army took him. Alright. I triggered his self-destruct mechanism. What? And he goes in for a punch. So is his self-destruct mechanism giving himself back his sanity for a bit? And we have this massive punch. This is an insane panel. I just got chills. Kuma, I think, very much, depending on how this arc ends and everything, I think Kuma could be my, new number one favorite One Piece character. He's just, I've always liked Kuma, but especially after all this, he's just so cool. And actually, yeah, he totally has his sanity back because he uses Haki here. He wouldn't be able to use Haki if he was just, mindless. Saint Saturn. And he goes crashing through all of these buildings. And he's left bloodied. Kuma, the first person we actually see deal this kind of damage, one of his horns is broken off, to a Gorosei, is Kuma. The town. What's going on? Did Kuma do that? I don't recognize any of these as the Vice Admirals. He just punched one of the 5 elders. He attacked one of the world's great overseers. Go help Saint Saturn at once. He's under the rubble. For someone of his status to be struck by a slave, this is unprecedented. He's panting. Hey, we can move again. Bonnie-chan, are you hurt? This is our chance. Get Bonnie to the upper levels. Escaping the island is our only objective. What's the meaning of this? That's a good question. The truth is, I didn't install a traditional self-destruct mechanism. I couldn't bear the idea of making you into a bomb. Knowing how those bastards would take full advantage of that. True. If he did that as a self-destruct sequence, then they, when they were done with him, they would have just blown him up. But I still kept my word. I just used a different kind of failsafe. And he activated it. I programmed it to shut your body down completely. Between that and the loss of your individuality, you should be nothing but a vegetable now, incapable of receiving orders. Even accounting for Bonnie's presence here, you shouldn't have been able to reach us. So how are you still moving? This almost seems beyond science. Oh, he was using Haki, so it's like he's pushing beyond the science of what happened to his body using his willpower. It can't be what I'm thinking, Kenneth. The Buccaneers were said to have a special characteristic beyond their strong bodies. After all, your people once. And we get cut off there? Come on. We get cut off there. But also, like, the beyond your strong body stuff, I've been saying since we got introduced to the concept of Buccaneers that I think that Blackbeard is one, and that might explain the multiple devil fruit thing. And I think that this is even more strong evidence for that, personally. It's over, isn't it? Says Kizaru. Kuma, thinks Sentomaru. Where's Straw Hat? He disappeared right before we could apprehend him. There's no way we can call in such a failure. Okay, so Luffy vanished. And then, thank you, Daddy, for everything. I saw your memories. Mommy seemed like an amazing woman. And I saw how you actually wrote me lots and lots of letters. That made me so happy. That's so cool, because she knows, like, everything now. She has all of Kuma's memories. So even if Kuma dies, he's still really, like, there's always this concept of inherited will in One Piece. It's one of the first things that like Goldie Roger says, one of the first things he says is inherited will. And that's something that's happened for all of the Straw Hats, most of the major characters. It's such an important thing, but with Bonnie, it is like the most literal inherited will, because she is literally getting all of his memories. That's crazy. Let's see, we don't have a named character death yet, I don't think. I think Kuma, though, like with what Vegapunk was thinking, I think he might be shutting down for good, because of the self-destruct sequence, but we'll see. No, none of this other stuff yet. Devil Fruit Awakening, again, I'm not 100% sure whether to count. I wasn't paying attention for a pacifista. Nika hasn't been mentioned yet, I don't believe. We have seen Vegapunk. I almost didn't think about that one. Sorry. Vice Admiral, Revolutionary other than Kuma. Oh, in the flashback? No, I don't think we saw anybody else. Maybe we did. I'll have to go recheck or something. Luffy's gone for right now. We got Bonnie's true form. Again, I could have a bingo already if I got luckier with this card. We had an Admiral, but I have just so far been unlucky about the placement of these. But we still got a little chunk of chapter left, I think. At least I'm hoping so. It doesn't feel like I've been reading that long. I don't care if everyone else calls you a tyrant, because I know there's no one kinder than my dad. To me, you're the coolest person in the whole wide world. I'll never forget that. He hugs her. Saint Saturn? And there's a huge crash, and we have, like, the black lightning coming from the rubble. Kuma looks up in alert. Vegapunk, I'm still waiting for an explanation. Was this your doing? I suppose it'd be fair to say that I'm ultimately responsible. But if you're a romantic, you could just as easily chalk this up to the power of love. I see. As usual, to err is human. How short-sighted. You gentlemen have outlived your usefulness. Farewell. And he pulls out his arm, and it's like we have a schloop sound effect. His horn looks like it's regenerating. His arm looks like it's going all spirally. What the? His body, it's regenerating. Daddy, get out of the way. You gotta move. I'm not gonna let you. Sanji's going to do something? Upset Bonnie-chan anymore, you dirty old spider. Sanji did something? What? Yeah, we owe Kuma a huge debt too. Radical? My goodness, you certainly have grown a lot. Beam! And Frankie fires through Saturn. This is nuts, but of course he's probably just going to regen. We have Kizaru coming up behind Frankie. Let's put your growth to the test. Frankie! And is Luffy going to come back to block it? Oh no, we get sent flying. And we have the schloop where Saturn's regenerating from Frankie's attack. Vegapunk, Dad can't move. Atlas, can you carry him to our meeting point in the Labistratum? Leave it to me, okay. So Kuma's still hanging in there. Atlas is running away with him. Now that Kuma's joined us, wouldn't you agree there are too many players on the board? I think it's about time we wrap this up, says Kizaru. You're a sad, sad man, Kizaru. Have you no heart? Wow, these panels look really good. I should have brought a darker pair of shades. I'm gonna embarrass myself at this rate. Implying he's gonna cry having to take down his old people that he cared about. But it seems like he is still, going through with it. The Buster Call Protocol has been authorized. By the authority of the world government, this island's been declared a threat to the entire world. All ships take aim. Reduce everything to ashes in the name of justice. A traitor who studied the taboo secrets of the world, a survivor of a bloodline that should be extinct, and a pirate who awakened the power of that ancient god, this island has been completely infested. The forces of justice loom. And again, I love the forces of justice loom, like justice is being presented is this harsh, oppressive, thing. Man, I really wish we got more. But at least we don't have a break. It doesn't say break next week. Very good chapter once again. I just think that, Egghead's been hit and miss, but the hits have been hitting. This Kuma Bonnie stuff has been really good. We didn't get a bounty reveal, no. Again, I so could have easily gotten a bingo with just a better, RNG on this board. I think this is about it. Even if we saw a Pacifista. Oh, Nika was? They mentioned the god being awakened or whatever. Even if I got Pacifista or whatever, it wouldn't have really helped. Yeah, no Luffy full heal that we know of or anything. No named attack. Oh, no, we did. We get the Radical Beam. But no Seraphim. Oh, well. Just bad RNG once again. We had some luck with, I think, the past reaction or two with the bingo board, but no such luck this time around. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, this one, there was a lot of action panels, though, to be fair. That's probably in a lot of two-page spreads. There were 2 or 3 two-page spreads in this one. So maybe that explains why it's a bit of a shorter one. But either way, thank you for watching, I guess. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Like I said, I'm loving the Kuma Bonnie stuff. I think it's been some of Oda's best work in a while. So we'll have to see where things go. Sanji got to do something. That's nuts. Frankie got to do something. That's good. I really am liking Vegapunk. Kizaru is a character who's really interesting. So yeah, everything was just solid, but it just leaves me waiting for next week. Either way, if you like the video, comment in there, tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for more One Piece, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link. If you'd like to help support the channel, you could drop a super thanks down below if you want. Or like I said at the beginning, if you want One Piece early, if you want a shout out at the end of every video, you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description, or hit join down below to become a member. And yeah, thank you to patrons and members. Thank you so much to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, to Magical Girls, Evernono and Smeller Dark, to Cheriton Student David Langstaff, to Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, to Pure Element Pate Arealo, and to, yeah, that's it actually. I don't know where I was going with that. I was just kind of in autopilot mode a little bit, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes it just takes over and I have to rip myself back out of it. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. And I'll see you all next time.